They are happening services. The only thing missing was Wi-Fi.
Doors open.
Morning guys, so we have arrived in Scotland, where of course we're going to be spending the next couple of months. So we're actually parked up in
Castle Corner,
Castle Corner Air, which is close to
Calaverock.
Both the Wetlands Trust and also the Nature Reserve and the castle. So basically this air runs on an honesty box basis. So we'll stick a bit of money in there, and they actually have drinking water, they have grey water disposal, and also chemical disposal, which is fantastic if only more little places really had this forward way of thinking. So we actually just been for a run. We stayed here last night, went for a run this morning up into Copley
or something. Somewhere.
And actually there's another little air up there as well by the harbour, which we'll probably stay at tonight. We were going to stay here tonight, but we'll probably stay up a day at that air tonight. It has loos as well, which is good. So we just did a 10k run, 3 miles there and back, thereabouts. And the nice thing about today is, and hopefully this is going to be a theme going forward, we don't really have a huge amount of sort of driving or plans. We're just going to hang out, chill out, go for some walks. I'm going to go do some photography, and then at some point late afternoon we'll probably head up to the other air and park up there and have some tea. So yeah, all in all, Scotland, we're looking forward to exploring. Time for an outdoor shower, folks. Yes, joys of living in a van. But the great thing about this place is, because we can replenish our water, we take that opportunity to use the water to have a outdoor shower. And of course we've just been for a run as well, so Nicola's just changing over the water carriers. The water heater is on. Shower time. And about an hour and a half later, we're both almost ready. So we're all showered up, just sort of going to have a bit of lunch here, and then I'm going to go out and do a bit of photography in the forest. Nicola's going to wander up to the castle, and then we're going to come back and probably jump on our bikes and head up to the Wetlands Trust. Yeah, so that's the plan for the day. So that's us all parked up for the evening. Capel Harbour, and a little honesty air, which is great. We went into the little shop though to get ourselves some crusty rolls for tonight, and sadly the shop was shut, so to console ourselves we're having
And spicy
wild bird watching. All you need now is a cocktail.
I didn't know what you were going to say there.
Getting closer to the elusive Oban and across the Mull. A little park up spots like this are absolutely beautiful. You can probably hear the wildlife calling in the background. Constant kind of flows of birds up and down the estuary. Oh, gorgeous. I think I can hear my kettle boiling, so I'll go back in and do the dutiful. Someone's
still parked up in the little spot that I just showed you. Beautiful spot. We're just about to get changed and go out for a run, but I guess we should come clean a little bit as well. So yesterday we decided not to head further north as we said, as we showed, but went in and went to visit three gardens and estate, and there was an osprey hide, and we saw an osprey. Now it wasn't the ospreys that were nesting there, they have all flown off to Africa. It was one prospecting through, but we were the only ones who have seen an osprey in the last couple of days, so that was fantastic. Came out, grabbed the van, and then our plan was to come back to where we are now. Sadly, on our way exiting the car park, we had a little bit of a mishap. Bit of a tight corner, and the right hand side rear wheel arch took a bit of a on a wooden post. So yeah, there's damage. Bent in on the wheel arch and a bit of a bump on the side panel. Now we know wheel arches on the rear, because of the double skinning, can be very difficult to fix, and yada yada yada. One of those things.
I haven't slept very well because it was my fault.
No, it was both of our faults. I said go out, that was the exit, tight turning, Nicola wasn't looking in the mirror. We both realised it was too tight, we shouldn't have done it, so there's no fault associated here. It's one of those things. This is the reality, this is what we've just been talking about off camera, this is the reality of this isn't a holiday for us, this is what we're trying to transition to our life. And so unlike a holiday where you can leave all your troubles behind and go off and sit in the sun for 2 weeks and get drunk, this is our life, this is what we're trying to transition to, and that means we bring our problems with us and we face the problems on the road. You know, we've had issues with Guinness, with her illness, I'm sure we're going to have issues as well, and of course things like the damage to the van. Now, no damage in terms of usability of the van, everything's still fine, still drives perfectly well. Just one of those things obviously we could have done without. Again, just one of those things, so we're just going to accept it, move on, and hopefully when we get back over to Ireland we'll take it to the VW dealership and say, oi, show us your best man. And in fact, don't show me your best man, show me the man who trained your best man, because we would like him to fix our dents. But someone's feeling a little bit sheepish, but honestly, no blame associated whatsoever, and these things happen and we just have to accept it and move on. Right, let's go running. Really good services, exactly how services should be. We stopped in, we just wanted to go in, and we were going to have our lunch in the van, but then we noticed that there's actually workstations where you can actually get plugged in. Sadly no Wi-Fi, but really good to get charged up again just while we're stationary, make the most use of our time, do some work, do some editing of vlogs, have some nice lunch, have a great Scotch egg, courtesy of my wife. Not that she laid the Scotch egg, because that would be very weird. And yeah, back on the M74. We're about 2 hours away from our stopover tonight, which is then about an hour away from Oban. So literally we've got a couple of days just mitching up, getting to Oban. Happy days. We are on the A82, which for those of you who know this area pretty well, that little stretch up via Loch Lomond can be a little bit gnarly. We had a couple of crazy people on the wrong side of the road coming our way. We decided to stop in at Invergulass for a cuppa, and I think Nicola had had enough of tenuous sort of careful driving, and she parked the van in the middle of a car park, turned off the engine, opened the door and said, "That's it, I'm out of here," and just wandered off.
that's us all filled up with gas. The grand total of
£3.25.
£3.25 for LPG gas. Now we're hoping, need to find this out, but we're hoping, it looks like according to the LPG map, there is LPG on Skye, there is LPG on Harrison Lewis, which would be good because it basically means we can blow the heating like a champion. But to be honest, it's so cheap and easy. It's good whenever it's on the island because then you don't mind kind of hammering it. But so now we're going to head down to Oban, and fingers crossed they haven't line marked the Esplanade, because that's where we stayed, if you remember, a couple of times whenever we were here before. So have you got your fingers crossed?
Oh, sorry, I was looking in a cafe.
While you're driving?
It was slow.
It worked. Looks like we can overnight park here. So we've just been up to the library. Well, I've been up to the library. Awesome internet upload speeds, finally. Can upload some vlogs and do various bits and pieces. So we're just cooking a stir fry, chilling out for a bit, and then yeah, over to Mull tomorrow. And once again, well, apart from the big yawn in the background, we are excited because we love Mull.
We do.
Yes, so Guinness has once again been a bit pernickety over what food she likes or doesn't like, so once again it's a challenge from that perspective. But we're in Oban, we're parked up, dinner's on, good job. See you tomorrow morning.